Hello friends, in this video I will be solving the 2 marks questions of GATE 2016 Set B. So let's begin. So in this video we have to find out the power delivered to the load RL. We know that the equation of Z parameters is given by V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2, which is equal to 40 I1 plus 60 I2. By applying KVL over here we get 20 minus 10 I1 minus V1 is equal to 0. Therefore V1 is equal to 20 minus 10 I1. Now putting this in the above equation, 20 minus 10 I1 is equal to 40 I1 plus 60 I2. Hence 50 I1 plus 60 I2 is equal to 20. So let's name this as equation number 1. Also we know the equation V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2, which is equal to 80 I1 plus 100 I2. But V2 is equal to minus I2 into RL, negative sign because the current is flowing outwards, which is equal to minus 20 into I2. Therefore minus 20 I2 is equal to 80 I1 plus 100 I2. Hence 80 I1 plus 120 I2 is equal to 0. Let's name this as equation 2. Multiplying equation 1 with 2, we get 100 I1 plus 120 I2 is equal to 40. Now on subtracting this equation, we get I1 is equal to 2 ampere and I2 is equal to minus 4 by 3. So power is equal to I2 square into RL, which is equal to 16 upon 9 into RL, which is 20 ohms. And this turns out to be 35.55 watts. In this question, we have to find out the charge lost by the capacitor. We know that the discharging equation of a capacitor is given by Vc of t is equal to V into e raised to minus t by Rc, where V is the initial voltage of the capacitor. So at t is equal to 25 microseconds, the voltage will be Vc of t is equal to 4 into e raised to minus 25 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 25 into 10 raised to minus 6, which is equal to 4 into e raised to minus 1. Now at t is equal to 100 microseconds, Vc of t will be equal to 4 into e raised to minus 100 into 10 raised to minus 6 divided by 25 into 10 raised to minus 6, which is equal to 4 into e raised to minus 4. So the change in voltage will be Vc of t at 25 microseconds minus Vc of t at 100 microseconds, which is equal to 4 into e raised to minus 1 minus 4 into e raised to minus 4. Its value turns out to be 1.398 volts. So this is the change in voltage. Now we know that Q is equal to C into V. Hence the change in charge or the charge lost will be equal to Q is equal to C into change in voltage, which is equal to 5 into 10 raised to minus 6 into 1.398, which is approximately 7 microcoulombs. In this question, we have to find out the driving point input impedance of the circuit. Driving point input impedance is the impedance as seen by this voltage source Vs. Now let's assume that the voltage at this node is V. By applying KCL, we get Is plus 4V1 is equal to V by 3 plus V by 6. Therefore, Is is equal to V by 2 minus 4V1. But we can see that V1 is equal to 2 into Is. Therefore, Is plus 8 into Is is equal to V by 2. Hence, V is equal to 18 Vs. Also, we can see that Is is equal to Vs minus V divided by 2. Therefore, 2Is is equal to Vs minus 18 Is. Therefore, 20 Is is equal to Vs. Hence, Vs upon Is is equal to 20, and Vs upon Is is known as the driving point input impedance. So, the answer is 20 ohms. In this question, we have to find out the value of capacitance for which all line currents are 0. First of all, let's convert these star connected capacitors into a delta connection. The formula for star to delta conversion of a capacitor is not the same as that for a resistor. I will provide the link for the derivation of star to delta transformation of a capacitor in the description below. So by star to delta transformation for a capacitor, C1 is equal to C into C divided by C plus C plus C, which is equal to C by 3. Similarly, C2 is equal to C by 3 and C3 is equal to C by 3. So the given circuit gets modified into inductor in parallel with a capacitor. This is C1, inductor, this is C3, and this is C2. This is L. Now for the current to be 0, the parallel combination of the inductor and capacitor should be infinite, that is, it should act as an open circuit. So Zp is equal to J into XL into minus JXC divided by JXL minus JXC. Now Zp will be equal to infinite when XL is equal to XC, that is omega L is equal to 1 upon omega C. Therefore, omega square L is equal to 1 by C. Hence, C is equal to 1 upon omega square into L, which is equal to 1 upon 2 pi into 50 the whole square into 10 into 10 raised to minus 3. So now C is equal to, this should be actually C1. C1 over here, C1 means C1, C2 or C3, anything. C1 is equal to 1.01 millifarad. Therefore, C by 3 is equal to 1.01 millifarad. And hence, C is equal to 3.03 millifarads. So this is the right answer.